Hey, thanks for checking us out. If you're wondering what platforms we are on, go to TalkTroopers.com and you can find out there. But otherwise, we're on Spotify, Anchor FM, YouTube, all the major ones like iTunes and Google Cast also. Otherwise, enjoy the show.
Which was like the first Halloween time at your house was Army of Darkness playing on my laptop on the back of my truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember the time we had Marty's pizza delivered to the parking lot?
Yeah, and the cops came to check out what was going on. They didn't care. I think we were the highlight of their night.
Might have been.
Yeah, and I had the Super Nintendo emulator playing on the Xbox so we could play Donkey Kong Country.
Yep. Oh, that was good times.
You and Kuiper played the crap out of that.
We're on a roll.
Yeah, I was never good at that game. It's actually
I'm not good at the second one, as I've seen with the new, now that it's on the Virtual Console or whatever. Oh, sorry, that's old. The Nintendo Online.
Oh, they don't call it the virtual. Oh, that was the Wii, wasn't it? Or the Wii U.
Oh God, yes, that's old. How old are you?
Oh,
I've learned that I'm very terrible at the second game.
It was a tough game, but you know what? It was kind of. Well, it wasn't always good. They were tough. It was. It's funny you mentioned that. I was watching Angry Video Game Nerd today, and he was. You know, I don't know if you ever turn on YouTube and you just kind of let it go, and it'll start playing some of the same people. So Angry Video Game Nerd came up and he did Echo the Dolphin. And I
remember that game.
Yeah, I had that game, and I remember not playing it because I'm like, I didn't understand it at all. It was so tough. And he right away just makes jokes about that. And I'm like, oh, thank God I wasn't the only one.
I had it on Game Gear. I think I played it maybe twice. I had no idea what the hell was going on. I know he could shoot out a sonar thing, and you were supposed to do that, but I couldn't get him to swim. I couldn't get him to do anything.
Yeah, because apparently there's currents and stuff, and I didn't know that. Watching his, actually, I kind of want to play it again because watching his video explained so much I didn't know, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I had no luck with that game either.
What was the thing? And it's funny, it's awesome actually. This is coming up because I wanted to talk to you about this because we've talked about James and the other guy and how we like their videos and what we don't like, things like that. But he has. And I gotta look more into it. I'm hoping it's not a joke, but like or no, it can't be because I watch too much of it when you don't know what the hell's going on. But I want to say October 14th, maybe, or maybe October 30th. I don't know. Sometime in October on Steam and on the Switch, and it's digital. It's not a physical copy, but he has a video game coming out, and it looks pretty good. And your gun's like the Nintendo Zapper, and the character's him. Yeah. But it looks pretty good. I'm gonna get it when it comes out. I wish it was physical, but I mean,
yeah, one of those those small games. I make it. Can't put that on a physical, I guess.
No, and maybe someday it'll hit physical, and if it does, maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know.
I think today was the release of that Mario 35, where you play with like 10 other people, and the enemies that you killed pounce to their game and try and kill them, and the last one standing wins.
Yep. Yeah.
I gotta play that today.
I just threw my Switch back on the charger too. Not that it needs it. My battery lasts a long time. I
wore it down trying to play goddamn Mario 64 the other day, and
are you still playing it?
I'm trying to. I mean, I got a little bit further than I was, but my God,
I still haven't taken the game out of the cellophane yet.
Playing that game, I still want to throw it against the wall.
I just don't have the time to commit to it, and I've been playing a lot of Power Rangers on Stadia, which is funny. I got it on Game Pass and Stadia, but Stadia just seems to hook a little better for me. We did just get a downvote on YouTube right there, though. Anytime I say the word Stadia in a video, I get a downvote. There's like some dude following me who he said Stadia. Screw him. I don't get the hate for it. I mean, I get the hate for it. Some people just don't like it. I don't get I'm going to follow people who don't have the same hate as me for it.
I don't know enough about it to hate it, I guess. Who cares?
It's, for me, it's...
If you like it, go play it. I mean, the console wars are so dead anyway.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, there's people who want to keep them alive. For what reason, I have no idea.
Xbox and Sony are the same damn system. I mean, they got maybe 2 different games every year that are...
Well, and that's done with now.
Yep, pretty much.
Really what it comes down to me is what controller feels best for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's the only difference, really.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, that doesn't even make much of a difference because I like the Xbox controller. That's what I'm most used to. And that, I think that's what everyone would say. It's whatever they're most used to is the one they like the best because that's what you get used to. There's a company that makes PS5 style controllers for the Xbox and Xbox style controllers for the PS5 or PS4, I should say. I would assume they would probably do the same thing for the 5 and for the Series X and S. But I think that's. I never bought one. I kind of would have liked to. I like my PS4. I just don't play it as much as I play my Xbox.
I have PS4. It's basically a Blu-ray player for me.
I used it to watch a movie the other day through. Oh nope, that was my TiVo. Never mind. It's the last 2 times I tried to play a game on it. Not only did the system have an update, but the game had an update, and I just.
So you're still waiting for it to update, then, yeah.
Yeah, it's running right now. Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks, but it's still going because it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's you dropped the F.
I know. There'll be more. Shit.
You do know.
I haven't dropped more.
I've actually been really good. I'm a little amazed how well I've been doing with it. If I could just stop saying all the time, it'd be awesome. But that's just part of me, so I won't.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's actually one of the reasons I like Stadia and xCloud.
Here we go with the Stadia again. How many downloads can this thing handle?
How many downloads? Oh no, I only get one. It's just the one guy following me. They're kind of the same. So Stadia is like the Voodoo of games, and Game Pass is like the Netflix of games. One, you buy your games. The other one, you just pay a monthly fee. And the one nice thing about that is when I want to play like a AAA title my computer can't handle or something, if it's on one of those, there's no download because it's all on someone else's server. I'm just streaming the game. That's what I was talking about with like Switch. I would love to see the Nintendo get into bed with one of those companies to handle the high-end stuff that they can't do. I mean, you'd have to be around internet to do it. But other than that, the Switch to me is like almost like the perfect system. I love the Switch.
Yeah, I love it too.
It's just when you have something that small, I don't blame the Switch for not being able to do that power stuff because I mean, where would you put it? It wouldn't be the same system anymore if you did have it that way. But if they could do a streaming thing, like get together with Stadia or something where, like for, and I know you gave me crap for saying this game last time, but I'm only using it as an example, Cyberpunk 2077. It'll
never see the light of day.
Only an example. It's something too powerful for the system to run, but it would give Switch owners, if there was a streaming service on the Switch, it would give Switch owners the ability to play something like that without having to, like it's supposed to be coming out for Stadia. So, I mean, they'll be able to play it on their phone and stuff, but it'd be so much cooler if I could just play it on my Switch. I like the feel of the Switch. I'm used to it now. It was a little weird at first, but I like it now.
That Cyberpunk game is going to be one of those that you hear about for decades. And when it finally comes up here, like, this is what we waited for.
You mean like Avatar?
Yeah.
Aren't they making a second one?
I think he's making like 3 more.
Really?
To something that everybody's like, oh, I remember that.
I mean, the first one was... Why is my chair not working?
But it's like, it's been out of the public limelight since 2010.
I was just gonna say, who are they marketing for? Because
you'll see it on TV, right? But there's not like a comic out there. There's not a game. There's not a show that like kept it alive.
I remember
since it left theaters, who the hell even thinks about it?
I remember buying a phone. It came free on the phone, and because I said I would never watch it unless it was in 3D, I deleted it off the phone and put I put Zombieland on the phone instead because I had the digital copy and I burnt it over. I mean, I ended up eventually watching it, but it's, and if I'm just going to stare at this, give me a moment here. We're going to screw with my camera for a moment.
Whoa!
I'm all over the place. Help me. Oh, that was my gut. How'd you like that?
Beautiful.
Awesome. There we go. I'm pretty much staring at this screen anyway, so I figured I'd put the camera above your head. Above your Futurama head.
In the jar.
I'm not centered anymore. That's going to bother me. Ta-da!
I don't have a body.
I actually showered for this. It's awesome. I mean, I was going to shower anyways, but
These would be some good B-sides here.
yeah. Maybe that's the line I use to cover up the beer flu whiskey dick comments.
Oh, leave whiskey dick in there. Leave beer flu in there. Those are real things.
No, I meant the other thing I don't want to have to edit out again. The coof.
Oh, squishy? Yeah.
Yeah, squishy, yeah. Yeah. It's I need like a stadium pocket pouch or stadium pouch is it called? What's the thing you piss into so you don't have to
Stadium Pal, I think.
Stadium Pal, maybe that's what it is. I need one of those down here. It
They can also be used in empty bottles. It's the same thing.
Oh, I got a ways to go.
Get a Gatorade bottle.
I got a ways to go on this one still. It's not empty.
Oh, Powerade. Pardon me.
Powerade has more flavor than Gatorade. Gatorade's the watered down wannabe of Powerade that just happened to be out years before Powerade.
I like some Powerades, others I can't drink. I don't like that white stuff in any of them.
The Superman monster.
That was a entirely different thing. Was that white?
Yeah, remember it was a white can for Superman Returns.
I remember the white can, but was the drink itself white?
Oh, who knows? I think it was acid yellow. To be honest with you, it was.
I really don't care. That was so good.
Oh my God, that was. Oh, that was so.
Only good thing to come out of Superman Returns was that drink.
You know what? X-Men 3 was still worse. Yeah. Yes, it was. Don't even argue.
The thing that sucks is that we could have had both.
Yeah.
Like if Singer had stayed on X-Men 3 and then done Superman Returns, maybe we could have had him. But they had to rush X-Men 3 because we got to beat him to the part because he left us. Well, ugh.
Yeah, I just remember walking out of the movie theater. That's not actually there anymore. It's the one where Gander Mountain was.
Yeah, West Town.
Yeah, I remember walking out of there just being like, well, I got screwed. Yeah, I got my swear filter on today. Yeah, that sucked. And then we watched both of those there.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 and...
Well, that was the big theater.
Yeah, it was either there or the Ridge at the time. The one that was by Menards. The one, it's a big hotel now and stuff, right off.
Yeah, West Point.
West Point, yeah, that one I was never in that one.
I worked there. It was my first job.
Oh, that's the one you worked at?
Yep.
Yeah, I never went in there. It's crazy how much that area is built up. I drive through there now, and I'm just like, it doesn't even look familiar anymore.
Yeah, I miss that theater. I like that theater. I miss West Town too. There were those nice, quaint theaters. Now, I mean, I still love going there, but now they're all everything else. Like the movies are secondary.
See, I like the Ridge Theater. That was kind of a smaller.
Ridge is still like the oldest now. It's the oldest now.
Is that still open?
It was the first one open.
Oh, even before the one down by Oak Creek and the one by New Franklin? Because those are budget theaters now.
It was the first one that like reopened from this whole squishy mess.
Oh, gotcha.
No, Ridge opened in '97. The first movie I saw there, Anaconda.
Oh yeah, Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube.
Yep.
Yeah, I get confused with the Ices. That was not a great movie. But it wasn't horrible, but it was not a great movie.
It was a B monster movie. I mean, what more do you want from it?
Yeah, actually, you might agree with me a little bit on this. I don't know. When I watch a horror movie, I prefer to have no names in it. I think the movie's better when you don't know any of the people.
Well, because you don't think that any of them can make it. Like, if you see a big star in a movie, like, chances are they're going to make it because whatever. But, yeah, when there are no names, they're all expendable.
You know what? That might be it. I was thinking maybe it was... actually, I think you are onto something there. I was thinking it was more of the fact that that's just how I grew up. I mean, like, no one knew who Kevin Bacon was in Friday the 13th. But now when you go back and watch it, you're like, oh my God, that's Kevin Bacon, and he just got pork chopped. Bacon, pork chop. Sorry, it was bad. You can't have gold without the dirt, like I said before. But you might have a point there because, all right, so I'm going to do a spoiler for Cabin in the Woods. Not a spoiler to you, just anyone listening. And a spoiler for the remake of Red Dawn. And both the same character, or same actor. But when Hemsworth, when he jumps the motorcycle, I laughed almost. I think I pissed a little because that was hilarious. He just hits that wall and boom, he's dead, and you're just like. And obviously, he did that movie before anyone really knew who he was, but they released it after everybody knew who he was.
Well, same thing with Red Dawn.
Yeah, and Red Dawn, he was about to get some.
I know, that's just the worst way to go.
And I mean, and he sold it. Not only did he go, he sold it. Like, he went down hard, and you're like, oh, he ain't getting back up. He did. I mean, like he didn't get Swayze'd. He got freaking took out.
Yeah, he got nailed.
I mean, at least with the original Red Dawn, you can at least pretend in your head that Swayze made it. Even though I don't think he was supposed to make it.
No. Well, I mean, that's why Scream was so... Because, Drew Barrymore, oh my God. And she gets killed in the first scene. So that kind of threw that. Like, the biggest star of the movie is dead before the credits.
That's another good point. Because that actually worked.
It played into it. Because, Drew Barrymore's not going to get killed here. Yep.
Yeah, they took her down. Like, you're just like, your jaw's on the ground like, oh my God, they just did that.
Well, that was the point.
Yeah, see, they're at work. So it can work. It depends on the writing and the directing. But
you can't count things like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street with Johnny Depp because nobody knew who they were at that point.
No, in fact, I love going back and watching. I think I've told you about this too. I can never think of the actor's name. He was in Mystery Alaska, and he was also in.
Ron Eldard.
Did he play the blind cop on that one TV series for a while? Yeah.
Yes, Ron Eldard. Yeah.
Yes. He
Now, how do you like that goddamn internet? All he mentioned was Mystery Alaska, and I fucking nailed it.
I know you got that good. Yeah. So Ronnie, he's a Maniac Cop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He goes up to. It's after they know the murders are happening, and it's a cop killing, or someone dressed as a cop killing people. And so this old lady, the cop, Ron's walking up to it, and I see him, I'm like, oh, that's that guy from Mystery Alaska, because I can never remember your damn name. She pulls out a gun and shoots him right there. He's in the movie for like 2 seconds. Almost as long as Bruce Campbell is in Maniac Cop 2.
Is he actually Maniac Cop 2?
Yeah, he dies right in the beginning. Oh,
no, I know.
Spoiler.
Was that actually him? I remember Maniac Cop 2.
Yeah, he makes a comment about it in the commentary.
Oh, okay.
Or it might have been one of his books. So apparently I do read. But not much. But yeah, I think it was one of his books. Or it might have been one of his commentaries, I can't remember. Might have even been Evil Dead Regenerations or something. I don't know. I own so much of his stuff.
Oh, I know. Yep. Me too. It all runs together.
Yeah, I mean, I turn around. I have 2 copies of Evil Dead 2 on Blu-ray. The exact same, not one special edition or anything. It was just one of those deals where I saw it was a good deal, and I'm like, do I have this? You know what? We're not going to take that chance. I'm going to pick it up.
And you had it.
Yep, I had it. Yeah. It's, I was going on a kick for a while where if Bruce Campbell was in it, I was buying it. Well, there's that one movie you didn't believe me existed, and it was so hard to look up because it was...
the one that he made with like Sam Raimi when Sam Raimi was actually in it?
Yeah, Sam Raimi's in it. He directed it. Not Raimi, but Campbell directed it.
Yeah.
And it was hard to look up because I was saying it was called Thou Shall Not Kill Except, and it's called Strykers War. It has 2 titles. It's the weirdest thing. I don't remember the reason why. It is explained, I think, actually in one of the books, why it has 2 names. And then I think I had only lived up here for a little bit. And I remember sending you that picture because I found it unpacking. I still have the VHS. Well, now I have it on Blu-ray too, which I think I sent you that picture too. But but the Blu-ray, you can pull the sleeve out. One side is the skull where it says "Thou shalt not kill except," and if you flip the cover over and put it back in, it says "Strykers War," so you get both covers. That's
pretty cool.
I love when they do crap like that. which is funny. I don't know why I don't ever flip them. I just put it in the way I want it and leave it. But it's kind of like my Favre game. It's still in the cellophane, and he's wearing the Packers jersey. And you could
get the Jets, yeah.
Yeah, I should have done it. I should have at least sent it. But I think you had to send your old. I think they wanted you to send the old sleeve in or something, and then they would send you the new one as proof.
Or you could have just waited till like somebody sold it at used books and it was 99 cents and bought the Jets one.
Oh, yeah. I could probably still do that.
Oh, I'm sure you can. Somewhere they got them. Because all they have is sports games. And they're all like 50 cents each.
Well, whenever I go to a Goodwill, I always look for the games. I've found all 3 of the Burger King games twice now, with manuals and everything in them. And, I mean, they're not worth anything. If you look them up, they're not rare or anything. It's just funny having them.
I wish they could have done like PlayStation with those two, because I would have liked to have bought them.
Why don't you just pick up a cheap Xbox, like 360 or something, not like
Because
a
I
current
don't-
gen.
I don't really care about that. For Burger King games, I don't really care about that.
Pocket Bike is awesome. You get to drive as Brooke Burke, the diaper wearing model. She does
Like, you
commercials
still
for it.
wouldn't. Like, you still wouldn't. Give me a break.
I plead the fifth.
Even with the diaper, who cares?
What are you talking about? That's what gets me going.
Hey, do you get that rash too?
I hate the pins that hold it on. They always poke me.
Ouch.
That Pocket Bike is actually, it's a fun game, and you could do 4 squared windows. And when it came out, they made that disc to work in the original and in the 360, because that was right at the 360s were just coming out. So I was like, that is really cool that they thought ahead like that.
And we can't get reverse capable anymore.
I can. I have Microsoft.
Downloading it isn't the same thing.
No, I'm still yet to see what the Series X and S does, but my 360...
It's not going to do that.
It might. The Xbox One and the Xbox 360 do. I use my 360 just because it's more convenient, but if I put an original Xbox game in my 360, I don't know what they're doing, but it actually kind of shuts the 360 down. It like wraps it in the original. So like if you try to go back to the menu, you're actually just shutting everything down. But it's awesome because you're playing it like it's on the original, but you're getting the HDMI connection, better controller. The controller for the original sucked. But it's actually really good. What I really, really would like to see is, well, I've told you this before too, where there'd be like a CD attachment for the dock to the Switch that could handle all the old Nintendo CDs and Dreamcast. Basically the Poly Mega system, but for the Switch.
Well, they'd have to partner with Sega for that, and Xbox is going to do that.
That's just rumor. People are freaking out because they bought one company that happened to have a bunch of other companies. But to be honest, I don't think them buying Bethesda is that big a deal. They don't.
I don't even know what Bethesda had or whatever.
I don't know. Games you have to push a button to jump. I'm guessing. I don't either. You could tell me. I mean, if you say Doom, okay.
No, that's ID.
Id. I mean, there's certain ones I do know the studios for, but
I know Naughty Dog.
But yeah, that's because of all the negative press they were getting, though. Well, at least for me. If you would have told me The Last of Us...
I love the Uncharted games, so I don't care.
Which game?
Uncharted, I love that series, so...
I wonder who made... Was that...
Naughty Dog made Uncharted, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, I think you're right.
I don't care about Last of Us. I wouldn't play it anyway. I don't care what they did with it.
The first one I want to play. I've heard good things about the first one. And if it is, I will end up playing it once I get my hands on it for like $2. Or it becomes part of Game Pass Gold or whatever. Because I've got the PlayStation Plus membership also. So it'll eventually go on there. But if it's good enough, I'll get the second one. When the second one is... Oh, who am I fooling? I ain't going to get the second one. If it's free on Plus, I'll get it. I have such a backlog. There's literally no reason for me to buy games right now. The only games I pretty much buy are for the Switch. And really, to be honest with you, I should have stopped buying on those even. I still haven't beat Odyssey. Hell, I still haven't beat Super Mario Brothers. But
I haven't beat that either, just because I cannot remember the ending. I can't.
yeah, God, that thing is horrible.
Otherwise, I could beat that game, but that's the only Mario game I've never beaten. Never beaten.
I don't think I've ever beat any Mario game. I mean, I beat games, just I don't think I've ever beat any Mario game. Like, I beat Metroid.
Well, I should take that back because I didn't beat Mario 64 because it's unplayable. I'm trying. If you're a fan of that game, I'm sorry, but I find it unplayable.
The camera controls are just wonky.
I just hate it. I hate it. And then you try and move it, it goes bang. Like, okay, sorry, I wanted to see something.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh, so happy that's not a thing for me anymore. Oh wait, I bought it.
Like if you're facing one direction, God forbid you want to look behind you. And if you turn your character around, the mountain's in the way. I still can't see.
What game was it, Angry Video Game Nerd? Planet of the Apes. And
the PlayStation one?
Yeah. Oh my God, there's a scene where he couldn't figure out where to go, so he got on the internet to look it up. And he's like, oh, you got to jump into the ceiling, which makes no sense because when you're watching it, like, yeah, who would figure that out? So he's trying to jump. He's like, crap. So he got on the internet again, and it was instructions for the PC. So he's like, well, I got the manual. So he opens up the manual, and it's like, it's R2 or R1, one of the two. He's like, well, that ain't freaking working. So it ended up being a combination of the X button and R2, which the manual did not say. He just figured it out by mashing the buttons finally. And he goes, it's the most ridiculous thing in the world because you have 3 buttons that do look up, pick up, and dispose of. And the L1 button does nothing. Or the L2 button does nothing. It's I love the fact that he plays these things. He plays them all the way through. That's insane. I couldn't do it. I give him credit.
Well, that's what they do. I mean, that's their whole thing. They play those games that are awful, so you don't have to. You can watch them play it and be like, oh, that looks terrible, but I'll watch them play it.
That is true. I have so many. I just gotta. I don't know if you ever go to Goodwill or not, but God, I'll go in there and I usually pick up 1 or 2 games. They're older ones, but my PlayStation 2 collection is actually getting pretty good.
I had so many games for that. I still have them.
Well, you don't need internet or anything for them, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm so. Ugh, God. PlayStation game. That sucked the life out of it for me too. The PS4. You put a game in, you can go to work, and you come back, and you still got 15% left to go.
Well, you're in a good spot right now because if you don't know which way you want to go, and it turns out one of them just F the dog. Like, you have a PlayStation 4. You don't need the 5 for reverse capability. So if you ever wanted to and you wanted to go to next generation, you could go either way. You could go 5 or Xbox. Because neither one of them is going to play anything you need to old-wise.
And to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going with either one of them at this point. Like, there's nothing that's getting me like, oh, I got to get that one.
Oh, I was going to say you should watch my video Saturday morning again, but I just realized this is going to post after that's been up. So my shameless plug earlier needs to say go watch it now because it already posted.
Oh, see, yes, you got to think ahead.
Yeah, see, I wasn't thinking ahead.
You'll get the rhythm.
I know. Yeah, actually...
no, there's nothing that you can, from a tech spec standpoint, there's nothing that'll sell me on either one right now. It's about the games. And from what I saw on the launch lists, there's nothing.
No, there is nothing. I mean, depending who you tell that to, they'll tell you you're wrong.
Well, go ahead, tell me you're wrong, but point at something, I'll tell you why it's garbage.
Yeah. I love that when people
why it means nothing to me.
I like when people go, well, it's got this, and that, and I'm like, don't care about anything you just said. Oh, well, you're an idiot. Oh, well, all right, I'm an idiot. It's, I mean, you agree with everything they say, and they just keep getting more and more mad.
I know. It doesn't interest me. I'm sorry. There was a line outside GameStop the other day. I don't understand why. Like, they had camped out to be outside GameStop, but I couldn't figure out why.
That had to be a console release. I thought I heard something about more Xboxes became available or something like that.
The new one?
Yeah.
It's out? I didn't even know these were out.
No, for pre-order.
Oh, the pre-order. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for listening, and remember, you can catch us over at TalkTroopers.com. Also, you can follow us at Anchor.fm, Spotify, iTunes, Google Cast, all the major podcasting sites, and along with YouTube also. And thanks for listening.